Bergen Kjøtt this year celebrates 120 years of this building. It was built in 1905, first as a butter margarine factory, and then in the 1960s it became a meat production house. And in 2010 it then was taken over to become music and art studios and cultural venue. So today Bergen Kjøtt is 28 studios. Nearly all of them are permanent long-term studios for more than 110 studio tenants here, all working in music in very different ways, from DJs, electronic musicians, music producers, composers, hardanga fiddle players, rock bands, punk bands, everything is here. So it's really like a whole melting pot of music and sound production. And we use our second floor, which is called Fabrikk, also to honour the history of that was the factory floor. We use that venue for performances, theatre, dance, music, concerts, workshops, everything. And a few years ago we also decided to renovate our downstairs space, which had been originally the slakteri, or the butcher's shop where people came from the neighbourhood to buy their meat. And now we've made it into our neighbourhood bar. So it's our small low threshold space that means that we have somewhere where people walking past can see that it's open and come in for a drink or a coffee. We also use it for small concerts, to give bands in Bergen a space to really develop and build audiences and have their first gig. And it's also a space for our new sound technicians to train and to try out doing sound for real, but in a small kind of low threshold space. One of the exciting things about working with an old building that wasn't made for culture is to find solutions that honour that history of the building, and also find solutions that are custom made for the space that we're in. And in Fabrikk, which is our main concert venue, we really didn't want to cover up this amazing decoration that we have around us, which is made from layers and layers of history of old paint and activity here. So we really wanted to keep the walls as they are and not cover them with a different material or curtains. So we've made window panels that are made out of grey felt that fit exactly inside the window frames themselves, and also sound panels around the room that are made in the same soft grey fabric that also follow the architecture of the space. When we received funding from Kulturrom to install our sound and light rig, it was also a chance for us to think, how can we use the light and the sound gear to blend in and also enhance this old room. So all the speakers and the sound system are in white, which really blends into the white walls that we have here. And it also means that the way that we've installed the sound system, it makes the space fully flexible. So the speakers are on rails and they can come out from any corner of the room. So we can have the stage in actually 5 or 6 different positions in the room. And when you come in, it still feels like the old factory floor. It doesn't feel like it's been transformed into a stage or a theatre space. And that makes it really exciting for us, because we also learn how we can use this space in different ways, for conferences, experimental theatre, for dance, for music, for clothing swaps, for food and soup nights. So we also learn from the people that come in and find their own solutions, how we can also keep kind of transforming and improving this space. So we really have a chance to kind of not only show how old buildings can become more sustainable and accessible and used for different purposes, but we have a chance to inspire other people who come into old buildings to think how they can renovate them in a really exciting way.